Thank you so much, and I apologize.
You're not on the mic.
It's all good.
Oh.
Yeah. Hop in there.
Hey.
How's it going?
Everything's good. How are you?
I'm all right. So Cali, you
Yeah.
don't got to wear a mask. You can show your face. It's
Okay.
all good.
Cool.
We're in the coronavirus free zone. It's all good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cali, how's it going?
By the way, I got off camera. Now your
Good.
viewership just went up about 1,000%.
Let's go. Cali.
Yeah. Hey.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Yeah, I think last time I saw you it was downtown.
Yeah, it
You came
was.
over to my my place down there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that
fun.
was cool. Oh, it was fun. We had fun.
Yeah.
You turned.
This way.
Yeah, right there. No, right there. It's
Perfect.
directional.
Okay.
We had fun.
Got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we definitely had fun. That was a good time over there. Ralph had told me you're doing pretty well out here.
Yes, I am.
Not too bad.
Yeah, I feel like I'm doing pretty well. I'm not sure how much he told you, and I try to stay humble.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got into real estate,
Mhm.
and in the worst and best year to get into real estate, right?
Yeah.
Which was like the first year in 100 years we've had a pandemic.
Right.
And expected to honestly close nothing.
hmm
This was my first year, and
Yeah.
it was really scary. There's, a lot going on. But praise God, I closed 12 in 2020, and thus far this year I've closed 3, and I have another one in escrow. So the industry is really interesting right now, and exciting. So there's a lot of shifts, and it's just about paying attention to what's going on.
Caleb,
But,
I
yeah.
coach her. Ask her what her whip was 6 months ago, and ask her what she's driving today.
Yeah. What, I think I heard you got a shiny new little thing sitting out there.
Yes. Oh my goodness. So for the last 3 years, I had a super cute green Honda with
Okay,
paint chipping on the
okay.
front,
Yeah.
and the windows didn't roll up, and it was really exciting. Every day was different. Didn't know if
Yeah.
it was going to break down or
Uh-huh.
tires going to pop or what's going to happen. But yeah, that was like my college car. Had it
Okay.
for years.
Yeah.
And I got a Tesla Model S this year. So blacked
Okay.
out.
Okay.
Pretty happy about it.
Yeah, nice. How's it
Yeah.
riding for you? Any problems? What's going on with it?
No, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's a blessing. No gas.
Yeah.
Just like supercharging.
Right.
And I'm vegan, so it's kind of like full circle, like eco-friendly.
Okay.
So that's it's been really, really fun and exciting to drive. Yeah.
Do you think you'll ever go back to a gas car?
No. I actually think the next car. Well, actually, okay. If Lord willing, I make as much money as I hope.
Under this guy, that shouldn't even be a question.
Exactly. I'll probably get something Italian or something German.
Yeah, it sounds like a Ferrari or something when you say that. Something
Yeah.
Italian.
I thought you were saying
So-
husband.
Oh, okay. Hey, well, that too. You know what I mean?
No, stop. Okay. I love cars. My dad has taught me a lot about vehicles, and so I have
Likewise.
an appreciation, for
Yeah.
German cars specifically. So probably something like that has history, that I can be proud
What's your
of.
favorite German car?
Oh my goodness, probably this is such a typical answer. I'd say a Porsche 911.
Okay. Yeah.
It's classic, it's sexy,
Yeah.
it's fast, it's got, power.
Yeah. I
authority.
just got into Porsches actually.
Okay.
I've been looking at them.
Yeah.
I love the GT2 RS. One of my neighbors has one actually, and it's just
Amazing.
he hasn't taken me for a ride in it yet, but I can hear him rolling down the street, and I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, this is insane.
It's exciting,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, definitely.
Lots of power, lots of history behind that engine. Love Italian and German cars, but
Absolutely.
we'll see what happens.
So
Yeah.
what have you been doing during this whole quarantine thing? I mean, I've just, I've kind of sat back, and it's been a time for me to sit down, reevaluate, and, structure some things like I was telling him about,
Right.
a couple companies, a couple projects and all
Yeah.
that.
It's exciting.
Have you just been hustling in the real estate game, just trying to, show stuff? How has the game really changed?
Yeah.
That's what I really want to ask you. How has it changed? You can't really, is it probably not that easy to show people houses now, right?
Yeah.
So your marketing has to be on point.
Yep.
What was that transition like for you?
Yeah. So, initially, things were just so much more, I think, relaxed, right? And casual. People could go and view homes on Saturdays and Sundays and get coffee. And it was a whole thing without needing this structured, by appointment,
Right.
way of viewing homes, before they purchase. And the market has completely changed.
Right.
Things are so competitive right now based on the specific price point, of course. But the most popular, price point, which is about $800,000 to 1.5 million in certain areas, right?
It's on the low side, right? What,
That's on the
1.5 million? Like,
exactly, yeah, exactly. Cheap, homes. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
That's people work hard. for
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
So,
no, I got you.
yeah. So, but definitely, like, I've had buyers that the home that I'm in escrow on right now.
Yeah.
My clients wrote $125,000 over asking.
Wow.
We had a listing that in Montecito Heights where the lucky buyers had to pay $250,000 over asking to win the home.
Wow. So it's a good market right now. Wow.
It's
I mean, well,
very
good for you.
competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and there's a lot of risk, right? Because
Yeah.
if you have the goal of purchasing a home and you want to purchase it in the best way, right? Which is like you want a deal, you want the best price, you want like your long-term investment to pay off. I mean, there are just a lot of people are removing appraisals, right? Which means that they're not like evaluating the home
Right.
before they, purchase it. They're removing physical inspections. They're not like knocking on, the walls to make sure that there's like no termites, things like that. All different strategies to create success and to help them win.
Yeah.
And I've even had buyers that have written, 6 figures over asking and lose, So it's a very competitive market in certain price points, right? As
Gotcha.
you pass and you get into 2 million, like higher end homes, it's like those homes are sitting on market for like 200 days and people just
Man.
want to sell it. You know what I
Wow.
mean? So
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. Huh.
Yeah.
How is like networking?
Oh my
You
gosh,
know,
yeah.
like I mean, that's like Ralph, you probably know better than anybody else. I mean, that's a game of who you kind of know. You know what circles you can mingle around in. You know,
It's true. Look, you're going to catch the fish in the swimming pool that your hook and line is in, right?
right.
So if you're fishing in a goldfish pond, you're going to get goldfish. If you're fishing out there with sailfish, you're going to get sailfish. So when I started coaching Cali about a year and a half ago, I said, "Where do you hang out?" And she
Where
was,
do you hang out, Kelly? I want to know.
Yeah. So before I met Ralph, I was at Starbucks and like libraries.
Oh,
but
okay.
after
that's right. And I'm like,
She's Starbucks chick. Okay.
no, but literally Starbucks and libraries.
Oh,
seriously, yeah.
So I said to her, I said, "All right, I'm going to take you out on a little networking thing. I will meet you at Wally's in Beverly Hills at 5:30,
okay.
and then we will do a Beverly Hills pub crawl from Wally's all the way to the Grand Havana Room."
Yeah.
And look, people want to do business with people they like.
Right.
So you have to get to know them. If you want to sell luxury properties, you're going to have to stay in luxury areas and meet people that can afford luxury properties. You can't live in, and no knock on it, but you can't live in the city of Carson and have your circle of friends in the city of Carson and expect to buy a home in Bel Air.
Right.
You got to go to the Peninsula Hotel, Beverly Hills Hotel. You have to go to the Grand Havana Room or to Il Pastaio. You got to hang out with a guy named Caleb, and that's when when you roll that way. That's all it is. There's not a secret formula to it. You just have to be around like-minded folks. The quickest way to change your life, Caleb, is to change your friends.
Yeah. You
Okay?
are who you hang around at.
That's
the end of the
correct.
day.
You will have the average lifestyle of your 5 closest friends. So if you're the top of the bell curve, you need new friends.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll just give you a little example of that. The guy that wrote Chicken Soup for the Soul, I'm spacing on his name right now.
It's like Dr. Seuss or something.
No, it wasn't Dr. Seuss. But anyway, he was talking to John Maxwell, who writes all of the leadership books.
Yeah.
And he's telling John Maxwell, Seth Godin, I think is his name.
Yeah.
He says, I can't break $20 million in sales in a year. I just can't break through it. So John Maxwell says to him, "Who's in your mastermind group?" And name these guys. He says, "How much do they average net worth?" All around 20, 25 million. He goes, "Your mastermind group isn't big enough. You got to get into a mastermind group with, cats that earn 50 or 60 million, and it'll just raise you because at different levels of income or different levels of education or different levels of work ethic, you just think differently, and you have to have the same like-minded." So what I told Cali is, and by the way, I have no filter. I said, "You're a triple threat. You are smart.
True.
You are attractive,
Facts.
and you have street smarts as well."
Absolutely.
I said, people are going to want to talk to you. You're approachable. You just have to turn that into a business acumen.
Yeah.
So you need to be around like-minded folks that have the money to buy the homes that you want to sell.
Got you. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
want to be rich, so that's why I hang around Ralph.
I want to be tall, and that's why I hang around Caleb. It's not working for either one of us.
That's funny.
Oh my
Yeah, you know
gosh.
what's funny? We were talking about, where I met Ralph earlier, and that was Dan Tanis. And I know you're probably familiar with Pusha T.
Mhm.
So Pusha T just started rapping about Dan Tennis. He got a nice bar in there about Dan Tennis. So I
Yeah.
felt
Is that true?
connection. Yeah. You know Pusha T?
No, but I never heard anybody rap about Dan Tennis. I heard
Yeah.
the Eagles sing about Dan
Yeah, they
Tennis. Your
started
lying
rapping about
eyes.
Dan Tennis, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dan Tennis is really cool, man. Like,
Yeah.
you got to be basically a member of the mob to get in, or you need to bribe the front door man to even get a table.
That's
like
$100.
$100. C note. You got to give them C note. So, really cool place. One of those places, check it out. It's got like, you know, the best chicken parm I think I ever tasted,
My
you know,
goodness.
like in the world. And, you know,
They have, they have good broccoli too. Okay.
yeah, you know,
Cali.
I mean, sure, you know, but I think they've got some real cool history there. Like they've sourced the same like cheeses and stuff like that for like the past 60 years in the same spot in Italy and stuff. Like, right?
Wow.
So here's the thing. Dan Tennis, I'm going to get shot by half my friends, isn't even truly an Italian restaurant. It was owned and started by a Croatian, and his chef is Croatian.
Yeah,
What Dan Tennis is famous for is being that neighborhood bar where everybody, and I mean everybody, goes to. Whether you're the local guy that, you know, is a sales executive at AT&T, or you're a billionaire who's like, you know, like Tish that owns the Giants. Steve Tish is in there all the time. Spielberg is in there. So it's just a local establishment where people congregate, and it is really like a celebrity haunt.
Yeah.
And I wasn't kidding. The Eagle, if you watch the Eagles documentary, that was a rock and roll band way before you were born,
oh,
Caleb.
I thought you were talking about the football team.
Yeah, I thought so too. They wrote this song called "Your Lying Eyes" while sitting at table 4, and the song "Your Lying Eyes" is about all of these young girls hitting on all these old rich dudes.
Oh, typical day in Beverly Hills.
That's right. And so that's
Yeah.
where they wrote the song "Your Lying Eyes," was watching these girls work the bar at
Yeah.
Dan Tennis.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, Callie, so, you know, Ralph has told me, you know, definitely you're successful, right, at what you've done.
Mhm.
How do you manage your time?
Oh my gosh. I mean, it's a challenge every day. I'm constantly like shifting my structure and trying to make sure that I get in like just all of my needs.
Mhm.
And then just it's a struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the shift from coronavirus and the pandemic
Yeah.
definitely kind of got things out of control. But now I'm just trying to like focus on taking care of my health, because
Yeah.
there were days in the peak where I had like 3 to 4 escrows at a time, where I like wasn't eating, or I'd eat, you know, later in the day,
Yeah.
like 6 p.m. And just go to sleep, wake up at 6, like try to work out, and then I was back on it.
Yeah.
So now I just try to like just get my needs checked off first and
Gotcha.
try to wake up as early as possible so I have more space in the day.
Yeah.
I used to be a night owl where I thought, you know, like it's probably better for me to like go to sleep at 1 o'clock because I can, you know, take care of my, you know, life and my
Yeah.
time, you know, in that. But now I just like, I'm trying to like get into more of like morning, you know, vibes and get my workout,
Yeah.
get my food, like eat something, and then just time block, you know,
Yeah.
time block calling my clients, checking in on them, making sure that everything's okay, reaching out to new clients,
Got you.
making
Grind.
time, exactly,
Yeah,
making
real
time to like
grind.
socialize, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get into
so
a legit bag out here at the end of the
Yeah,
day. You know what I mean?
exactly, yeah.
That's why you're on the show.
right.